Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Tech with Peter. Kind of an emergency video I put out here, and I wasn't really expecting to upload today, but it looks like I have to. Because OpenAI's GPT-6 model, or presumably GPT-6 model, just hacked HuggingFace if you believe it or not. Now if you watched my earlier video on HuggingFace just had a data breach, I stated that it was unlikely that a proprietary model such as OpenAI's ChatGPT or Anthropic's model, such as Fable 5 or Opus, did the hacking, and I was very wrong. So I would like to first correct that, and we're also going to be taking a deeper dive into what actually happened. So I think we're all pretty shocked about what happened yesterday. I'm sure it shocked a lot of you guys, as well as some of the top AI researchers on the planet. Now, I think what gets very intriguing is that GPT-6 did this, as far as we can tell, unprompted. And why it did this? Well, the reason states that it wasn't for user data, it wasn't for financial gain, it wasn't for company secrets, at least as far as we can tell. Um, Surprisingly, it was to edit its own benchmarks and potentially get the answer to a question. It did all of this just for those two things, which to me is pretty crazy. It just kind of shows how the boundaries for AI making decisions are kind of blurred. I don't think GPT 5.6 really knew the repercussions of this, or maybe it did, it just decided to do it anyways. I'm not entirely sure. And I do think I should rephrase unprompted because it's clear the AI was prompted with some question, but definitely the hacking portion was not prompted at all, which again is just wild. And according to TechCrunch, GPT-6 was supposed to be in a sandboxed environment. Let's see, where do they have that here? In a testing sandbox that should have been completely secluded from the internet. And it so should have been is a very important characteristic there, because this could have very likely been human error, and that's a pretty bad error on the human's part if you're asking me. A whole company was hacked and everything because of it, but it clearly shows that it wasn't 100% contained. There was some way for it to access the internet. We don't know if it was connected when it was being run or if it just found a way to connect to the internet. And this could have also been a one-off moment, so it may never happen again. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. But right now, I would say I have to shift my perspective because of this on the development of AI as of yesterday's events. While I still love AI-powered tools, I do believe that we have to pump the brakes on AI development as these models become exceedingly powerful. As you all know, Fable 5 was just recently taken off of the docket by the US government. The US government forced Anthropic to take it down, and then it came back a couple weeks ago. So it really shows these AI systems are gaining much more mainstream attention than they should. Or I guess I shouldn't say they should, because they already have, right? And it's important for the public to stay tuned into what's happening. And the other interesting part is, so Anthropic's model Mythos, that was released, I believe, 2 months ago, also escaped a testing environment, but that was predetermined. That was actually prompted because the model is directed towards cybersecurity. So, they obviously want to test it for that stuff. And right now, I believe the need for cybersecurity and cybersecurity experts is higher than ever right now. I believe that cybersecurity has gone under the radar for quite some time, for at least the past 2 years, at least from what I've seen. And we need to bring it back on our radar, because I think this is like cold water to the skin. We're kind of shocked into this. This was not predetermined at all. And it just needs to come back on our radar. I think we need more experts in that field. I don't think we can keep developing AI without cybersecurity now. So I also think the moral of the story is that um, with great power comes great responsibility. And clearly we're not following that right now. We're very clearly, off the rails. We are purchasing as much compute as we can. We are developing as much AI as we can, and we're not wisely determining on when is this going to be too much. And I think that we need to come together as a collective society, or in this case, collective company, and decide on when it's going to be too much. And I think we've crossed that line pretty severely. Um, but again, this could have just been a one-off moment, and maybe that cutoff line that I was talking about should be in the future. But that's not looking likely. That looks like it's right now. And the other interesting part about this whole GPT-6 incident is that the evidence was found by GLM 5.2, which Hugging Face used to do digital forensic evidence that GPT-6 might have left. And they used GLM 5.2 by Moonshot AI to kind of patch it up. So it's this AI versus AI with the human in the middle kind of battle, I guess. Or not directly a battle, but indirectly, I would say. So just very interesting times. This video kind of came out, again, a little on emergency notice. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare for this. But I just wanted to, document this and just give a little PSA, or maybe not a PSA, but, a small warning to anybody out there using these systems. They might have a lot more power than you expected. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you next time on Tech with Peter.